See, everybody in this room should at least know how to start it then. No, everybody. Nobody should be sitting there blanking out, at least to start it. This is what I mean about when you take the test Friday. Don't leave no problems blank. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you leave a problem blank, you leave me with no recourse, minus whatever it's worth. Okay? Rob?
Sine and cosine.
Go ahead.
It would be 1 over sine of x plus cosine of x over sine of x.
This one isn't as bad as you think if you were paying attention the other day. Now what? And I'm going to stand up here again and say, are you back on again?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to say, the next step should be obvious. Sacco, denominators are equal. That's great. You don't even have to get an LCD. So what's the one fraction? Rob, what's the matter? Talk to me.
1 plus cosine of x over sine of x.
I showed you this. This is where a lot of you are stuck. You don't know what to do to continue. But I showed you this already. Just take a gander over there. Jimmy Lynch.
Multiplied by the conjugate.
Yes. Now let me tell you the hint about when you take the test. When you take this test, if you see a problem that has a 1 plus a cosine, or a 1 minus a cosine, or a 1 plus a sine, or a 1 minus a sine, that's that conjugate concept that I showed you. So, multiply top and bottom by what? Who just said conjugate? Who was that? Jimmy, what do you mean times by?
1 minus cosine of x.
Over.
1 minus cosine of x.
Okay. What's 1 plus cosine times 1 minus cosine? I just had this on the board a few minutes ago. Howard?
Sine squared x.
Okay, well, let me write this first, Howard, so everybody just can see, okay? First and last is 1 minus cosine squared. Now listen to the question I'm going to ask you, because I said this yesterday. See, this times this. Are you going to distribute that out? This is where you got to be smart. I haven't done that in a long time. Are you going to distribute the denominators? That's my question. Yes or no? Don't have the blinders on. Look on the other side. Are you going to distribute it? Carson? No. You're just going to go sine of x times 1 minus cosine of x. And the reason for not distributing is because look over there on the bottom, there's a 1 minus. That's good. And now Lang said this is sine squared. And now you're there, aren't you? What's the only thing left to do to finish that? And you're done. Howard?
Cancel the sine of x.
Sine of x goes into one of those, and then there you be. Is that what you did, Howard?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Question. Joe.
So whenever it's 1 minus or plus cosine or 1 minus or plus.
Then that conjugate idea should be popping in your head. Now, it just depends on how everything else is written, Joe. But yeah, that's kind of a signal to you that conjugate. Okay, write down that other one, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to end class today. All right, this is perfect. Guys, you know my MO before a test. You know, these examples that I choose to show you, I'm doing it for a reason. You know how I do this by now. So you need to pay attention to these examples, because you can bet your ass you're going to see something very similar to it on the test. Excuse me. Yes?
So could you only multiply, like that side where we multiply by the conjugate, you can only multiply by the conjugate if the other side has it, right?
Now, hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute. Now, can I erase this now, everybody? Did anyone pick the right side? Chris, you did? Okay. Good, I'm glad you did. How would you start this problem if you picked the right side? Watch this. I'm trying to show you always have options. All right, Chris?
I started by multiplying by the conjugate.
Watch this. Okay, so this is going to be sine of x times 1 plus cosine of x over what? Ethan? 1 minus cosine squared, which is sine squared, right? So, boom, boom, right? Look at the other side. And let me just come over here on the side here. If you have something like that, this is just basic math. If you have something like that, doesn't this mean that? Just look what I did on the side. If you have like an a plus a b over c, doesn't this mean a over c plus b over c? You're kind of like going backwards. So, you're there. Tell me why. You see it? Andrew.
You can just break it up.
This is 1 over sine of x plus cosine of x over sine of x. You got to manipulate these expressions. I know it sounds weird, but that's what you got to do. You got to manipulate them to make it come out. And then here's cosecant of x plus cotan of x. So there's a problem on the test. If you saw something like that, you could have done it either way, and you would still be right. Joe, question. You've been asking a lot lately. No? Okay, last thing, and then I'm going to challenge you with one last thing, and that's going to